Viewer warning. If you are sensitive, easily disturbed, or under 18, this video is not recommended. This story is based on true events. It is presented here for awareness, education, and understanding of the consequences of social silence and failure of justice. If you choose to continue, be prepared for a story that reveals the dark side of human behavior and the devastating impact of cruelty when it goes unchecked. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The following video contains details of extreme real-life abuse and violence. This is the story of Junko Furuta, a young girl whose life was tragically cut short. What happened to her shocked an entire nation and still serves as a warning today. Junko Furuta was a 17-year-old high school student living in Misato, Saitama, Japan. She was known as a quiet, disciplined, and hardworking student. Her family background was stable, and she had no criminal associations. There was nothing unusual about her life, which is exactly why this case shocked Japan. In November 1988, Junko was walking home from school. She was approached by Hiroshi Miyano, a teenage boy with a history of delinquent behavior. He threatened her by claiming he had connections to the Yakuza, Japanese organized crime. Junko was told if she resisted or reported him, her family would be harmed. Out of fear, she was coerced into going with him. This was not a sudden violent kidnapping. It was psychological coercion, which played a major role in what followed. Junko was taken to a house owned by Miyano's parents. Important fact: the parents were often present in the house. Multiple people knew she was being held there against her will. No one contacted the police. This makes the case not just a crime by individuals, but a collective moral failure while confined for approximately 44 days. Junko suffered multiple forms of abuse, which can be categorized as follows. Psychological abuse, constant threats toward her family, isolation from the outside world, fear-based control, being told repeatedly that escape was impossible. This psychological control is one of the main reasons she could not escape. Physical abuse, repeated physical harm inflicted over weeks, denial of rest and basic care, injuries left untreated. The abuse was continuous, not a single event. Sexuelle violence. She was subjected to sexual violence by multiple individuals. This aspect of the case is confirmed by court records. Details are intentionally not described out of respect. It is important to acknowledge this occurred without sensationalizing it. Social abuse and neglect. Other individuals were brought into the house. The normalization of cruelty by those around her. Many were aware she was being held against her will. She was treated as if her life had no value. This is one of the most disturbing aspects. Despite opportunities that may appear obvious, in hindsight, Junko was unable to escape due to continuous threats to her family, severe physical and mental exhaustion, fear, conditioning, lack of support from any adult, belief that the perpetrators were untouchable. This is a textbook example of coercive control, recognized today in criminal psychology. This was not an accident. It was the predictable outcome of sustained violence. After her death, the perpetrators attempted to conceal the crime, Her body was placed inside a container. It was discarded in an industrial area. This step shows clear awareness of guilt. The case came to light when police arrested the main offender for unrelated crimes. Under questioning, information about Junko emerged. The body was recovered. Multiple individuals were arrested. All primary offenders were juveniles under Japanese law. Initial sentences: shockingly light, some as low as a few years. Public reaction: massive outrage across Japan. Média pressure. Why this case changed Japan? The Junko Furuta case became a turning point because it exposed failures in juvenile justice laws, the danger of social silence, adult responsibility in abuse cases, weak victim protection systems. Today, this case is studied in law school, criminal psychology, human rights discussions. Junko Furuta's name is remembered not for how she died, but for what society failed to do while she was alive.